there, my name is Farah and welcome to my YouTube channel where tonight I will give you my edited recap of 90 Day Fiancé Season 8. It's episode 6. It's called The Real You. I see you. You. The real you. All of your ugly faults. All of your scars laid bare in the moonlight. Oh, sounds fun. I had such a fun live with you guys the night of the episode, which was Sunday, and I really appreciate all of you who come to the lives and give your input and stay around and talk. Thank you so much for watching this video, and if you don't mind, go ahead and like it and subscribe if you haven't already, because here's the thing, look at me, I have no subscribers.
No subscribers.
Please, sir, can I have some more subscribers and likes? I have a lot of makeup on, a lot of eyeliner, a lot of everything on. You know what I'm saying? The coronavirus pandemic, there's nothing to do but just sit around and then, oh, look, I have a reason to put on makeup. Don't worry, I'll put it all on. Everything left, you know? They're all going to go bad anyway. I've had all this makeup this whole time, so. Yara and Jovi. Okay, this started off really, really sweet because we had a rough night where it was revealed that Yara feels a lot of resentment when she had her miscarriage because Jovi left her in a foreign country without a passport. Now he contends he didn't quite understand the situation and how it would go down, and he feels sorry about that, and if he could go back he would change. The next morning Jovi has to leave and Yara is going to be alone in that dirty village of New Orleans by herself. So she is sweet to Jovi. In the car, she's kind of like, I was never really mad at you. It's just that you brought it up, and the truth is that's how I feel. And when I think about that time, it makes me want to cry. It's like, I get it. They go to the airport and Yara says goodbye. We've seen the airport goodbye scene so many times, and this is just like those other ones. So remember those ones? That's what this one is. In one of the lives, people pointed out that Yara has gone through a transformation. I did a little research and they were right. Look at this Paris Hilton, this simple life Yara. Cosmetically speaking, it looks like maybe she got a little nose job. Not even a big one though, like she still has a nose. I think that she looks good. I think that she looks more mature and more put together and definitely more confident. I think that we all have those kinds of pictures from the early aughts that really could shame us. So. And we're not on reality shows. Some of us wish they were on Discovery Plus, hosting some sort of 90-day fan show. So Jovi's friend Sarah has the arduous task of taking Yara out while Jovi's gone, because Yara has like no friends. And she's having a hard time in New Orleans, honey. She's just been walking around and people have been puking on her shoes. Puking on them shoes that now, yes, you take off at the door because people puke on the streets. Okay? Not gonna get puke on her white rug. Yara is like excited to go out with Sarah. Yara's kind of like, look, Sarah and I are never going to be BFFs. Have you seen her? No thanks. But she can kill some time with me. And Sarah has the good idea to take Yara to a manicure pedicure to finally one spot in New Orleans that Yara's like, oh, this is nice. There's nice things in New Orleans. Yeah, like there's, you know, whatever. Yes. The spot does look nice and has great massage chairs. So Sarah, check there. Now where you fail, Sarah, as any sort of friend to Jovi, because Sarah then proceeds to just berate her friend to his betrothed beloved, almost mother of his child already, who is here for him in a different country, basically being like, Yara, you are about to marry scum. I mean, Jovi's disgusting. I wouldn't even marry him, and I would marry literal trash, but Yara, no. Sarah's just like, oh, he gets drunk all the time. He can't even remember where he is, what he did the night before. He's blackout drunk. But I can tell you what he did the night before. Go to a strip joint, everyone there, bone them all. And he walks in the strip club like he's Drake. It's like throwing up, you know, like Drake 2015. All the strippers know Jovi. He takes them home. He bones them all. Often they're drunk, so drunk in fact that one stripper just peed the bed because Jovi will bring anything home. Drunk, unconscious, doesn't make a difference with Jovi. I've seen an alligator in that bed, and he wrestled it. And it also peed in the bed. Meanwhile, Yara is just like, I want Jovi to stop the whole diving thing and own his own business. She's just like not on the same page with her goals and what she wants in a man with who she is with currently. They are too night and day. For as direct and strong-minded as Yara is, Yara, wake up. If those are the things you want, if it's like multi-million-dollar apartments in like Paris and Tokyo, that's not Jovi. Come on, why do you think it is? Look at him. Jovi's fine. It's not that I don't like Jovi, but Andrew and Amira. Oh my goodness, what a haram situation for Amira. So Amira this whole time has just been in a Mexico City detention facility, adjacent to the airport or not, perhaps in a cell or not, with people or not, who knows? No one knows. And Andrew is going to get to the bottom of it if it was a lost piece of luggage, and not really will he ever get to the bottom of that, because his method of finding his fiance, who traveled to Mexico City for him because he read on some bullshit Reddit forum that you can bypass the travel ban during a pandemic by this asinine hatched plan. So instead of going to Mexico City and finding the woman that put her life on the line for him, instead what he continues to do is just call people from the comfort of his 3.5-star Puerto Vallarta suite. He calls baggage claim honey. Oh, hello. Habla Inglés. I'm sorry, an habla Inglés there? ¿Estados? Hola. I mean, can you imagine these people are hearing this phone call and just hanging up? I mean, like, nope, there's a pandemic. Like, I can't handle you. I'm not going to be able to talk to you. You're not a real person. No, thank you. And he just keeps trying. And he is in Puerto Vallarta. If he throws a stone, it'll hit someone that speaks Spanish, unlike what he speaks, which is not Spanish. So he just keeps doing nothing, but pretending it's so much. His mom and his sister calls him, and he's just... I'm still having the worst time, the worst day ever. It's gorgeous here, but it's horrible inside here. So, and they're just like, well, what's going to happen? Can they just send her back to France? I wish these two women would just be like, go get her. Go to Mexico City and find her. Get your woman. Be a man. Right your wrong. Meanwhile, he's just like, I just feel like love is fading. Oh, do you feel like love is fading? Because she's in jail. Yeah, her love is fading for you. So actually, you're right. He's like self-sabotaging because he knows she's going to be so upset at him. So he just keeps being like, I know she's going to be upset. They're going to blame me. Her family's going to blame me. And now he has to talk to her dad, her beautiful dad, Hamdi, who's worried sick about his daughter, who he did not want her to come do this bullshit situation for this man that obviously doesn't love his daughter if he's going to like make her life in peril. They get on the phone. Andrew's like, hello, Hamdi, wish this were different circumstances, but what an amazing, beautiful, nice shirt. What a nice shirt you have, Hamdi. I love that shirt. Where'd you get it? Is that Tommy Bahama Hamdi? Okay, the shirt's okay. You're not going to distract this man with a compliment over the fact that he hates your guts. He wants his daughter back. He doesn't want this stupid compliment out of your fashion taste. He doesn't care what you think. If you think the shirt's good, he's going to burn the shirt. Listen, that shirt doesn't exist anymore. Now that he's complimented that shirt was taken off immediately. Burnt. Devil shirt. That's what he said. That's the devil shirt. Hamdi just cries, just asks to be put in the loop of any information he doesn't know. And he's just so sad. I hate Andrew. Don't you? Ugh. It really just feels like this Peter Pan, mama's boy, a lot of porn watching, nerd boy cosplayer, roped some nice French girl from a small city into some fairy tale where he was always super nice to her and promised her a life in America that was going to be great. Instead, what she gets is a jail in Mexico, honey, where all she's wearing is that really uncomfortable blouse. Remember we saw her packing in that blouse? That's what she's been wearing the whole time. Probably is so stained. Rebecca and Zayed. Okay, so Rebecca has made the smart decision to not be staying with her daughter and their neo-Nazi boyfriend, and but then the daughter and the neo-Nazi boyfriend are coming over to Rebecca's house, and Rebecca is nervous because this is the day the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad. Zayed is here. Rebecca's worrying about her makeup, is everything right? Things aren't going on. I don't quite understand why Rebecca is so nervous to see Zayed. Obviously, the first time Rebecca met Zayed, there was a little cause for concern just because she filtered the F out of her face in every single picture that she had possibly given to Zayed. But he knows what she looks like now. Rebecca's daughter drops a bomb, and the bomb is this: we're going to go with you to the airport in the same car and drive home. And do you think that a sane person would just be like, no, actually you're not. No thanks. I would love you to be there if you want, but we're going to drive back ourselves. It's our first time being together. No thanks. I don't care what you want. This is my life. Much less I'm your mother, you should have some sort of respect for me. But you don't, because you've seen me make bad decision after bad decision. And so thusly our relationship is borderless and much more of you being the parental role and everything that you say and do to me. Me wanting to live with you, not having my life together. So I can see how you could have the audacity to just kind of tell me what's up and tell me what's going to happen. And I guess I'll just follow suit because I've made my bed and now I have to lie in it with you, your neo-Nazi boyfriend, me and Zayed. So they get to the airport, honey, and Rebecca has decided not to wear a Zayed face shirt. Well, honey, how's he gonna know it's you? He's gonna be looking for his face and then look up and see it's you. She does wear a leather jacket, so he should have some sort of hint. Finally, here comes Zayed. Oh, and his little magnificent makeover, his 70s style. Ha ha. And you can see how happy Rebecca is, even if she doesn't remember how old he is. She doesn't remember if he's 28 or 27. He is 27, which, as I said, is the same age as Brandon, which is like a little, wow, I can't believe that's true. It's crazy how people have different bodies, how people can look so different. But those people are the same age. Zayed comes in, honey, and he's nervous, but he is putting on a show. It's a lot of like, yes, nice to see you. Oh, okay. Oh, I didn't know your daughter was going to be here and her boyfriend. Perfect. It's perfect. Yes. Rebecca, I love you so much. He hugs everyone he can. They ask him 3 times if he wants to go get a drink, and he's like, nope. I want to go home. Oh, thanks for asking. No, I go home. No, I'm tired. Thanks for thinking I smell good. It's just a bunch of cologne I just sprayed on oud because I've been traveling for a long time. Remember how I stopped in Frankfurt? That was so just home. We've seen the show. We all want to just go home first, And the Americans are like, and you've seen the show. We all want to go out. That's what the producers want too. So Rebecca's daughter gets her way and they all go for a drink. Rebecca's daughter, I can't remember her name, but of course she likes red eyeshadow and nothing else. No need for any eyeliner, no mascara, nothing. Just a splatter, honey, on each eye. Plop there, a plop here, and on my way. And her boyfriend, who said not nary a thing, is finally like, what kind of job do you want? Wait till Zayed realizes that you can be a gamer in America. You can be a gamer in other places. I feel like wait till Zayed realizes that you could somehow answer that question with video games. He thinks that he has to do HVAC, honey. I got Rebecca to get me the PlayStation 5 and I PlayStation 5 now work. I work so much, PlayStation 5. Mario Party so much. And it's somewhat validating to have Rebecca's daughter be like, seeing her with Zayed is just seeing a love-smitten teenager. Which, yes, it is. But then there's this sort of awkwardness where they're like, we don't trust Zayed because our mom has made this mistake before. We want to be like, so it seems like you really shouldn't trust your mom. Because Zayed hasn't made this mistake before. Zayed, honey, has been living his life in Tunisia, God bless, with his parents and his mom and Weem, who was obsessed with him, and his mom, who can't get enough. He was fine. Your mom has a type. She has that hummus fever, and that's why we are here. So if you need to get a lock on someone, it's your mom. Okay, next, Tariq and Hazel. Okay, so this whole time, we've been somewhat cognizant that Hazel has to meet Tariq's daughter, who I think this season I've now realized the responsibility that Tariq has for his daughter, that he has primary custody, that his daughter is special needs, and the bond and closeness of their relationship. Obviously, we also find out in this episode that they sleep together, sleep in the same room, have been sleeping in the same room. Haven't tried to stop that yet. Whew. So it's very Robert and Annie. So Hazel has to meet Ari. We have to see what that's like and if they can get along and how they're going to take to each other. And at first, I did not know how it was going to go because Hazel doesn't seem very emotive and very playful as a person. She seems rather hard to pierce. I don't know how children relate to her energy, because even though she seems very childlike in herself and a naivete, maybe there is like a kinship there, she's also like... However, Ari comes home and we're all just like, whoa, what's gonna happen? And Ari and Hazel hug. They embrace. Next scene, they're like playing together, like they're drawing, honey. They're good. And Hazel, she sort of touches Ari's pigtail poofs and she's like, is it hard to comb hair? And Tariq's like, no, I can't wait to see Hazel do Ari's hair. Hazel, just like Natalie, wishes that Tariq was a little cleaner, a little less messy. Definitely all of Ari's things are in his room because they sleep in the same room, because they sleep in the same bed. We have to try and stop that a little bit. I understand why it happens. Families are families. What works for them might not work for you, but it's probably good for Ari to have some separation as she's getting older, because she can't sleep with her dad forever. Also, Hazel has to sleep in that bed, and they have to have room for Hazel's girlfriend. I mean, that's just simple math, honey. I don't know what kind of bed that is, but it did not look like a California king. Then Hazel tries cornbread. That looks good. And then Tariq brings over his two friends, Angela and Susan, and they kind of have like a little merry get-together friend time, drinking time, eating time, just to warm up the house a little bit with Hazel. It's one of the few times that we see an American's friends treat the foreigner well. Susan brought a gift, something that she knew that Hazel would like, a scarf in her favorite color, baby blue. And Hazel had never gotten a gift before. It was really, really sweet. It made me feel really good. It was like this pocket of warm humanity that was like, oh, thank God, yes. Especially because Hazel had to contend with Dean already. So she's been through it already with like Tariq's friends. Angela and Susan are just like the life of the party, honey. So fun. Angela's pouring drinks and Hazel feels comfortable enough to be like, tell me some crazy situation about Tariq. And Angela's like, okay, well, guess what? We used to live in the same building. Most notably, my bedroom was underneath him. And honey, I mean, every night it was a whole situation. I mean, multiple nights, multiple women. I mean, I can't believe he's even ever gonna get married. And Hazel's like, ooh, sounds great. You don't say, multiple women? Ooh, tell me more, Angela. At one point when she hugged Susan, Susan's like, you're so beautiful. And Hazel was like, so are you. And I was like, get it. Hazel's like, I have a present for you too, Susan. It's not baby blue, it's baby pink. Okay, Stephanie and Ryan. This snatch on my shit list. After she tried to peddle weight loss and anti-aging shit to her own family, talk about trust issues, now we see her just have a full-on crazy panic attack over news which is obvious, which are that they can't open the Belizean borders because we're in the middle of a pandemic. So then she tries to call Ryan to like find out if he knows this news, but to hear his sad reaction. But Ryan's busy working, so she calls him 14 times. And she is obviously drunk, drinking and on pills, wearing the craziest white see-through blouse with no bra in these short-ass shorts with her droopy eyes, so tired all the time, passing out in a vat of her cat's milk, which, by the way, you shouldn't feed a cat milk. So like when she's talking about dealing all day with a sick cat and running a business, the cat's sick because of the milk. How much cat throw up is probably in that bed. Also, you're not running a business. You just own a business. You like lucked into some business, bitch. You don't have to run a business. You know why I know you're not running your business? It's because no business owner walks into their business every week and then have someone else point to a notebook with a number and say, this is how much money we made. Oh, okay, great. I hate you, Stephanie. I hate you. We also see some crazy painting of her and her cat with these horrible sandals on that were like, who made that? What back alley boardwalk cartoonist drew that? And I hope they charged you $1 million for it. And I wonder how many times she's tried to get like a museum to showcase it. Finally, she gets Ryan on the phone and we are like, oh, what's this gonna be like? And Ryan hates her. Is like, what the fuck? You have been calling, you know I'm working. I work day in and day out. And she, the whole time is like, you have this job because of me. Like she is manipulating him to try and have contact with him with using her money and has no awareness of how she looks. Ryan hates her. He's like, what's wrong with you? You buy me all these things I don't ask for. Instead of saying sorry, probably for doing things like fucking my cousin. She's like, well, do you know the borders are closed? He's like, No, I didn't know that. Okay. She's like, aren't you sad? He's like, I get that we're in a pandemic, bitch. Somehow he's very busy at his resort, even though I don't know exactly why, because they are in a pandemic. So like, how much work is he doing? But you know, okay, I don't, neither here nor there with that one. He's just like, you are nuts. You are nuts, lady, and I am not into it. She's like, well, what should I do? Go to the embassy and then just cancel the whole thing? Is like, you said it if you want. Okay. So, I mean, we'll see what happens, because at this point, she should cut off all the money that she's sending to them, which is a lot and nuts. And Ryan can either take that as some crazy thing that happened to him for 2 years or whatever, how long they were dating, and keep it moving, or he can try and get her back in some way. And if he does, then he deserves every suffering that befalls him. And I'll watch it. But we need to get the story moving. Like, we need to get the cameras there in Belize, like whatever has to happen. But like, this isn't enough. I need more storytelling. Mike and Natalie. So Natalie is making breakfast, honey. We're back to Natalie making breakfast, and everyone's being super nice to each other. Natalie's like, what do you want for breakfast, love? You know, and Mike's like, whatever you're making, love, sounds good to me. And she's like, okay, love. Okay, she has like a hot top burner, and she has like a sheet pan there, and she's making croissants or whatever. And when I first saw it, I was like, okay, cool. So it was like, put them there. Hopefully she buttered it or whatever. It's like nonstick spray. Put in the oven and like blobbity blue. But I guess what she's doing is she's cooking the croissants on top of the stove. They're burning. And then like some hummus, which, listen, am I going to talk bad about hummus? You know, it's the Saybrook kind, which isn't my favorite, but I don't know what's available in Squim. And they're having this conversation. Mike is like, I'm going to not have a second croissant, you know, and he has the nice nature to be like, it's because I don't want to like gain weight, you know, to not make Natalie feel bad that he doesn't want like half burnt, half not made croissants. And she's like, oh, good, Mike. I'm so proud of you. You're going to lose weight. When you lose weight, you'll just be gorgeous. And I'll gain weight. I got to gain weight or whatever. And Mike's just like, thanks for calling me fat. Cool. Just this undercurrent of Natalie's not happy and nothing's good for Natalie. Then she asks Mike if she can have some drawer space. And we kind of go back and forth whether she can take drawer space, which she can, but also he had made room in the closet for her. And she at first was trying to dance from the fact that she didn't want to put anything in the closet. Push comes to shove, because he was not just being like, okay, whatever you want. He was kind of being like, well, you can go in the closet and talk to her about it, a whole conversation. She kind of was just like, it smells in there. I don't want to be there. I don't know if I'm being rude about it or if it's like me, it's like making things too hard, but it does smell in there. I don't want to have my clothes in a smelly closet. What does it smell like? Is it musty? Is it mildew? Is it like dirty clothes, old clothes, sweaty clothes? I mean, all of this can be fixed. Just seems like everything needs to be cleaned, but truthfully, it does not look like a big place. So it shouldn't take that long to kind of clean everything. She wants the drawers to be cleaned. Like, she can do that. That's fine. She's been there for 2 weeks. Okay, Natalie will get to it. Clean everything then. They're trying to communicate the best they can. Like, you know, when they have this conversation about the drawers and the closet, Natalie just wants to be like, I want drawers. Why, when I say, can I have drawers, it's a whole conversation. So when Mike's finally like, whatever you want, yes, I'll take things out of the drawer. Natalie's like, you're a genius, Mike. And she kisses him. And then Mike like wipes away her kiss. I almost wondered if Natalie clocked that and why she didn't say something. Natalie has just been cleaning by herself in the woods in this cold house, honey. And she's lonely, just like Yara is, you know. But however, Natalie could have had some company, but she kicked Bo out. Natalie's mom calls, her BFF, and Natalie's mom's like, what is that really pretty ring? And Natalie's like, in Mike's possession, I don't know where it is, ha ha ha. They're trying to see if they're going to have a wedding and if we know when that would happen so that we can get all the appropriate information out to all the peeps and the mom. And Natalie just doesn't know because Mike doesn't want to commit yet because everything is sort of awkward. And he doesn't know whether you love him or whether you're trying to just change every single thing about him to be someone that you only sort of like, who's still not good enough for you. Meanwhile, Natalie is just wondering if it's all worth it. Next week looks really, really good. Obviously, I missed Brandon and Julia, and next week, for some reason, we have a conversation with Julia or they're trying to get her to do more farm work. I can't wait. If you want to follow me on Instagram and Twitter, you can at Chris L. Farah. Of course, you can also search Vanity Fair on Facebook and find my secret Facebook group. Please like and subscribe or subscribe and like, your choice. Anyone watching Bridgerton? I'm really into that. Also, I want to do another live where we talk about 2021 goals and check-ins. I'm going to rewatch my old video from last year and sort of meditate on what I thought was going to be my year's goals and sort of see how I did. So let's do a little check-in if you're into that. Anyways, thank you so much. Take care of yourselves and each other. Stand up for what you believe and make art. Okay, bye.